multi-market. I have friends from banking. I'm talking about from serious bank, not just the US, that's selling, oh my God, this thing, we can even serve it inside of financial institution that's want to diversify their portfolio. For example, you can create a pool, guys, with the entire gaming sector. For example, now our team fighting to put 100 token in one pool, guy. This is amazing. Actually, they already did 17 guys. They're fighting to see if we can do 100. But in one pool right now, the team say with no problem, we can do 17. Now, what does that mean? You can go on CoinMarketCap on the entire blockchain industry. You take 15 coin, that's 50 best ecosystem that has their own token, and the gaming sector, and you put all of them to one basket together, and you say the only way I can lose my money if the entire sector of the gaming of blockchain disappear. So when you start investing in sector by sector by sector, you're doing what we call a mass diversification. Almost impossible for you to lose your money. Why people always lose money? The idea, people want to get rich too quick. If you go out there right now, you see a meme coin that's giving 17,000%, you put your money in there, and you think you're going to go to the moon, boom. Either the coin crash on you or you get a complete work pool, your money disappear and gone. But if you do something called dollar cost average on the blue chip coins in the coin market cap, Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Shiba, Pepe, those are top meme coin. I guarantee you in the next 5 to 10 years, you will still have money in the market, unless there's what we call a black swan event is happening where everything crash. But if the market still exists, I guarantee you, you will have your money is there. It probably doesn't worth what the same thing is, depending on the time cycle of the market, but your money is still there. The reason that I say that, people that's on investing long term, they never lose money. The S&P 500 is one of the best example. My mentor always telling me, say, Jane, S&P 500 giving an average 7 to 10% return for the last 50 years. Everybody that was going to that crazy stock lose their money. But people that's constantly invest, doing DCA, invest their money long-term in the S&P 500, their portfolio go to the roof with the stock market, such as Warren Buffett. That's how it's become who it is. It's a long-term investment, solid investment, and always carry at the end of the day. And that's the purpose we see here with XBR. And that's the reason why everybody we speak to explain our protocol. This is not a hype protocol where people go, hey, no. This is not what we're doing here. People need to understand this is serious protocol. We're dealing with a serious step, which is a define, and we want to serve the most and the with that technology. That's the whole idea. Now, just to go with you, I know some people will be with us for a little bit, few times here. To fast forward with you guys, when we start the entire ecosystem, this is exactly the purpose. That's right. Now, how many ways can you interact with our ecosystem? I'm going to break that down for you guys. The conclusion, you guys can understand that. The very first way you can interact with our ecosystem as a pool participant. Second way, as a pool creator. The other way, you can just buy the coin or hold the coin. It's no problem. Or you can choose to provide liquidity for 1 hour for coin that's inside of our ecosystem. Or you can choose to have a node. So what is a node, guys? A node that we have here, guys, is very simple. It's a way we create so we can do what we call a token generation event through NFT. And for us to provide ICO here, where people can say, I purchase the token with $1 and dump it in the market. We say, why not doing something more creative on a long-term basis for the people, where we keep the tokenomic, our ecosystem sustainable? To the nodes, guys, is so amazing, so powerful. The very first part of it is to keep the entire platform decentralized with people that can make decisions within the ecosystem. That's the reason why, guys. The next stage is to enable the voting mechanism inside of the NFT we have as a node. For people that have those nodes, they can decide with the development team. Let me say that again. For people that's on one of our nodes, we'll be able to decide on the way we take improvement of the ecosystem to the next level. It is extremely important for people to understand that. That means through your node, you will be able to vote with the team behind the scene that's developing the ecosystem with you. Or you will be able to say, I think if you guys do that, that will change. And we can take that ID, we send it to a vote infrastructure to the node, and people can vote yes or no. If we have 60%, we say we're gonna apply that improvement, boom, there's an impact in the ecosystem. Once we do it that way, we believe we're gonna win the long run. The second function of our nodes as well is the emission of our token, 70% of them in the next 5 years. We just start with the mining last month, which is May, guys. If anybody has a node, they're able to mining, which is XBR token, every 2.5 seconds based on the Polygon block time. That means since every 2.5 seconds is a block on Polygon, every time that's happening, whoever on the nodes pretty much give birth to some XBR to those nodes, guys. Now, we do it very simple for people who can understand it. The tokenomic we have here, we have only 9,999 XBR token. 70% of that, which is 7,000 of those points, that will be able to mine from last month all the way 5 years ahead, guys. Meaning is every year we only mine 1,400 of those coins, guys. So how we mine that to those NFT we have, guys, what we call the algorithmic non-fungible token, which is a NFT, not just the same NFT you probably know when you have a picture, none of that. We have an NFT that's programmable, where we put a program inside of it, and that's doing a function. The function is the mining function. We have that. And the same other function is the voting function. So we're going to have so much function we're going to put inside those NFT, guys. Now, every time there's a block reading on Polygon blockchain, we mine X amount of XBR. It's a fraction of it. And that share among all the node owner equally, guys, which is if you have one node, every 2.5 seconds, you can refresh your screen, you will see you get X amount of XBR that's come to life, that's come to circulation. Why those XBR coins? Like Munir said earlier, those are utility-based tokens. For people that's creating pools, for people that's participate on those pools, they have to pay what we call a fee to our ecosystem. So they will pay those fee by utilizing XBR token. That's the reason why we call that a utility token. And we have a very, 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 very limited supply, only 9,999. So how many nodes we're going to have? We're not going to have unlimited amount of nodes, by the way. We're only going to have 5,000 of those nodes. If I'm not mistaken, over 800 of them, it's already sold. So what does that mean, guys? Those are the people that we know on a grassroots level that understanding what we are doing, that's it. Oh my God, this is going to be very interesting, Jane. And they just want a couple of nodes and they say, I want to keep those nodes for the next 5 years. So why they want to keep those nodes for the next 5 years, since those nodes going to be for the first 5 years. The number one purpose of those nodes is simple, guys, and always clear on that with everyone. It's for people that's early adopter of our ecosystem, that's utilize whatever they're mining there. The very first reason they can utilize it to create their own pools, or they can utilize it to participate on other people's pools. They can pay the fee. For me, I call that a lifetime saving. Why is a lifetime saving? If I have to create a pool, I will pay $199 to create my pool. If I'm mining worth of that says $5,000 worth of XBI to my node within a year, within 2 years. Now, do you see how many pool that I can create it? I can create 5,000 divided by $199. I can X amount of pools. That's how I call that lifetime saving. Now, second way for people that want to participate on those pool with those coins, if I'm participating on a pool, I'm paying 1% to deposit funds to that pool. For example, I'm paying $1,000. I deposit to that pool is 1% is $10. Since I already mining XBR, I have those nodes. I can utilize those coins to pay for those fees. So since I already have the node, for me, it's a saving on the go. Now, do you have to do that with your XBR coin all the time? No, it's not a must. For example, if you're mining X amount of XBR, you can choose to pass the saving to somebody else. How do you do that? You're just swiping your XBR coin for whatever it's worth in the market. Why? Because the people that want to create pool, that want to participate in those pool, they don't have the node. They have to find XBR in the marketplace as a utility to pay for those services. How they pay for it? Now they have USDT. They're going to use their USDT to purchase XBR. So those XBR, they're going to use it to create pool. Those XBR, they're going to use it. They can participate in those pool. That's the reason why we see the people that has the node, they're sitting on a gold mine. Why we call it a gold mine for you? Because as more people interact with our ecosystem, the more valuable you got one for two. Meaning is your node, it's an asset because it's an NFT, and the coin itself, it's another asset. It's like you have the chicken and the eggs. I want people to understand this is extremely important, guys. And once you understand how that works, guys, you just cannot go wrong. Let me take that for another interpretation you can look at in the open market, nothing to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, guys. Any country you operate, you're doing business, you have to pay your taxes. So how do you pay your taxes? You have to get access to the currency that you earn to pay your taxes. That's a fee for operating inside of an ecosystem. Because the taxes, that's what building your own, invest in the army, the infrastructure of the system. That's what we say the taxes come back to the economy as a utility back. That's what the country has better taxes spent on the government. That's how the country doing well. And it's the same thing here inside of the blockchain space. I'm talking for the people that doesn't know anything about blockchain that might jump to the call right now. Now, if you understand that as a utility token, as more people interact with sort of our ecosystem with XBR, the more demand that's going to have for that XBR, and the more it's become scarce and scarce. And when it becomes scarce, it's all about economy. Economy is all about supply and demand. And that's what we want to share with people that's here. But anybody that has a personal concern, because I have somebody call me from my team messaging, you got to see this the other day. Anybody has some concern about you purchase a node for 2%, for 3%. No, this is not what the node purpose is, guys. And I want you guys to understand that very clear. The node purpose is for early adopter that's going to adopt the technology, which is the protocol, and they can use that as a lifetime saving. If you don't want to do that, you can pass it, which is swapped for USDT, because your node is your node. You do whatever you want for your XP. And that's one of the points I want to be clear on that for everybody that's part of the community can understand it. Because why I'm saying that, most of the time when we're doing something as a community, if you don't educate the people, they will say things that can engage everybody and can create problem. And to create a problem, misunderstanding, and confusion, this is too much to solve. And that's the reason we bring that clarity. And it's so important to say to everybody they can understanding that. So now, like I said earlier, this is 5 ways you can participate inside of our ecosystem. Either you become a pool creator, pool participant, holder, a node owner, and you can become a farmer. Farmer is going to somebody that's provide liquidity. And when you provide liquidity, that means is every time somebody utilize the pair of XBR USDT or the TBA of XBR or TBA of USDT, you will be able to farm XBR as well, which is a great way for early adopter that has access to XBR to provide liquidity so we can keep the liquidity decentralized. the more the ecosystem decentralized, the more stronger it is. Because most of the time, what's always happening in the space, you find one person, it's a, I don't know how I call it, the god of money that provide liquidity. And that person choose, you know what, they want to go to Ibiza with the people money, they spend the people money, and you have what we call a work pool. And this is not a good way to keep an ecosystem, especially a blockchain ecosystem, healthy. That's what I'm always telling people, liquidity always need to provide by the people inside of the community and long-term basis that will keep the ecosystem very and very, very strong for long term. And that's what we want to share with everybody, guys. Now, as a few updates, we're gonna really switch you guys before we jump to the updates, which is I don't know if you guys have any question, feel free to ask the question, type it on the chat room, open your mic, and we can take it from there. If you have any question before we jump to the updates, guys.
Gene, we took some questions from people earlier
Yes.
that submitted some questions earlier. If you're ready for those, we can read them and maybe you can answer, because we asked people to send them early so we can have some order, because, you know, we do have a few people that are trying to sabotage the call even on today. I just kicked 3 of them out. So I do have the questions that they submitted if you'd like me to read them.
Yes, go ahead and read them so we can address them one by one.
Okay, give me 1 second to open it up. Questions for Gene. Okay. Is there an XBR community like TBA where leaders can advise members not to panic and sell tokens, but rather to buy them so that the price won't fall drastically?
Okay, are they talking about TBA or XBR?
XBR.
Wonderful. The one thing I would say, if somebody understanding the primary function of our utility token, they will not sell it, especially the people that's mining it right now. Actually, that's something our community, our team didn't want to do that. I encouraged them to do it. They say, Gene, we have to release the token once the utility is there. And I told them, no, just release it this piece by piece, and the market will shape itself, which is they see it right now. So what I mean is, if somebody get the token and the panic, they sell it. The reason you get panic is when you understand 2 things. Either you don't have information, you feel like you out of the ocean by yourself. You don't know if it's a good project, if it's a bad project, or that person doesn't understanding. It still like the project, but it doesn't understanding the utility behind XBR. If you understand the utility behind XBR, when we start creating pool creator has to purchase XBR to pay for fees to create those pools. People has to purchase XBR to pay for pool participant to deposit and take money out. So this is the utility. The utility is not even there yet. That means we're not even starting yet. If somebody's selling, all I'm saying to them, they just give other people that's gonna come after them a free ride. They can do it at any time. That's their personal choice. But if I was on their shoes, I will not do that.
All right. Thank you so much. And I think the one thing to answer that also would be, he asked, was there an XBR community? We heard about the XBR Telegram room. So I would say definitely join the XBR Telegram room as well. Next question, what should we do now about the shortfall on the price of XBR tokens?
What should we do that? You're talking about on a personal advice. Me, if you're asking me, I will purchase XBR with whatever price that it is. Because one thing you need to understand, we have a very, very limited supply. The people that's selling right now is only the miner. And who are those miners that's selling? Most miner that doesn't understand what XBR is about. Meaning is, let's say somebody see mining for $100 or $200, they're so excited, they take that $200, they sell it because they purchased the mining machine for $8,000. So wherever I come back again to the previous question, come back the same way around the circle, which is they don't understand the function. When the utility is out there and then we start having pool creation, we start having pool participant, they're gonna see the impact, especially on the price structure of the coin itself. But whoever has the node right now, the purpose of the node in way beginning is for those people that want to participate on those pools, for people that want to create pools. But if that's not the direction that they want to take, is no problem, because they purchase the NFT, the node itself, whatever they want, they can sell the coin. But if I'm on somebody's shoes right now, I will not sell XBR, which is the utility not even yet out there.
Excellent answer. Next question. An admin person in the XBR group said that the node is not an investment. It's a savings plan. How true is that?
100%. It's a lifetime saving. So meaning is, let me explain that to you. Very, very important. An investment vehicle, when people purchase an investment, it comes with what they call a surety. When it comes to surety, that means there's a lot of explanation you have to explain somebody when they invest in something. So the node itself, it's a vehicle for early adopter that has the node. They can mining the coin, and when they're mining the coin, they can participate or create their own pools. But that doesn't matter. You don't have your own choice to swap it for whatever you're worth in the market. So this is 100% true. And the legality ramification, which is on a legal aspect of it, which is our legal team always strongly recommend advice for people that's embraced, that get the node, to keep that conversation, because it will keep them safe too as well, even the node owner.
Yeah, and guys, just to piggyback on that, we should not be ever talking about investment here, because it's not, and we should never be talking about fiat money, because we're using USDT, our crypto rewards. So making sure that our language is up to par as far as what it is that we're explaining to new people when you come into this community, because you got to also protect what we're doing here and make sure that you're explaining it. You should not be telling people that they're going to make all this money, because we don't make money here. We make crypto rewards, right? So make sure that your language is right on point. The next question, what is the plan to market the XBR token and increase the liquidity pool?
Yes, we're not marketing the XBR token. Again, as more people create pool participable, the impact of the liquidity will be by itself. That's one. Second, farming infrastructure. Once they launch the farming protocol, people will be able to provide liquidity. And when they provide liquidity, automatically the liquidity would increase by itself. So again, it comes back to the utility. And second, when the farming is launching as well.
Okay, the next set of questions from Ivan and his team. What is the ratio of wallets that have invested in the TVA project hard cash versus wallets that have only received the airdrop? Do you have a ratio for that?
We don't have a ratio, but last time I think Vinny checked, he updated me, and that I think we have almost a 3,500 wallet that's purchased themselves the TBA token.
Awesome.
Yes.
From the overall 14,000 plus TVA users wallets, is the percentage of airdrop wallets more than 70%? Meaning that well, you just answered that.
Yeah.
Number 3, if the considerable percentage of wallets are representative of people or individuals that are not willing or unable to, for whatever reason, to invest their capital, what are the administrative programmers' thoughts on the strength of the TBA community?
I really don't understand. Can you repeat this one?
Yeah, I think what he's saying is, how strong is the community if you don't have people who are willing to buy the token? I mean, we're giving away a lot of tokens. That's what I'm getting out of his question. I'll just read it again. If the considerable percentage of wallets are representation of people or individuals that are not willing or unable for whatever reason to invest their hard cash, what are the administrators or programmers' thoughts on the strength of the TBA community?
Very good thing about the TBA things. Like I said earlier, the purpose of TBA is a giving back to the community. We not intend to make no money from it. And as a meme coin is zero intrinsic value, people need to understanding that. And the part of the airdrop, when we're giving the 5 cents, this is money we spend, real USDT we spend from our pocket. That means we don't take that from the TBA supply and give it to people. If you go to Dex Screener, every time there's a airdrop happening, we purchase that with 5 cents in the market, give it 5 cents to the person that's get the TBA for the first time, and 5 cents to whoever refer that person. And most airdrop happening out there, they take money, they take from the supply and give it to the people. We don't do that. We actually purchase in the open market. So pretty much our goal was clear from the beginning. We want to give away to the first 25,000 wallet. Then after that, we're gonna analyze if we have to continue or not with the airdrop we have. So pretty much it's the money we taking from our pocket, which is not even TBA, because we did a free launch with the TBA token. We put all of them there. The reason we purchased a couple of them because we want to do some giving back to the community. We purchased a couple of them to secure the TBA kind of way with the supply. But however, the airdrop we're giving the 5 cents, we spend the money from our pocket to do that. So I don't think it's a problem. Whatever organic people that's purchased the TBA itself with the people receiving the airdrop, I don't think it's really create any problem for TBA itself. Because if somebody get 5 cents worth of TBA, let's say TBA go 10x 5 cents, you can sell for 50 cents. That's not really bother the price of TBA and the points. And if somebody do it on a massive scale, which is it still will be able to impact the price at a very low capacity. The most I'm looking at is 5%, the most impact the price. If somebody create a bunch of wallet to do that, I don't think the airdrop is a problem, but it create a massive awareness because on Web3 technology, it's not easy to attract people to your project because there's so much project for them to choose out there. And I don't think the airdrop is a problem. And then I don't think that create a negative impact on the price of TBA.
All right, the next question, I mean, he has some very long questions. I'm going to try to allow others, but the next question is about the project administrators have continually rebuffed suggestions of stepping up the marketing in order to promote the project to considerably wider audiences. This requires major financial output, such as the project administrators have been reluctant to sanction. The continued stance not to spend on marketing has coincided. Okay, it really, I guess the question is, are we going to spend more on marketing the TBA? Because you already answered that on XBR. Are you going to be stepping up the TBA marketing?
Yes. We're using XBR as a giveaway back to our community, but the whole expense is going to happen on the XBR protocol to attract the users, because that's why we have a utility. Remember, a meme coin, guys, this doesn't have no value. It's just a purpose to create a buzz, to create some noise, to do whatever that you need to do. For example, if I take in Dogecoin, the #1 meme coin out there, the purpose is to create a meme against Bitcoin. That like to looking at all those Bitcoin people are crazy. Shiba, it's to create a massive transaction on Ethereum and the floor of Ethereum and to come and compete with Dogecoin. And Pepe, every meme coin has a zero intrinsic value, and the purpose of it is just, but that happens. Some people that purchase early make a lot of money with them. It's the same thing for our meme coin. We use it as a giving back to the community so we can attract people to our real protocol here. But the real expenses and marketing gonna be done for XBR protocol, and then we're gonna go very and highly professional with that, and we're not gonna zero reluctant on that, and we strategize that properly. And once we're launching our MVP and then we start promoting, you guys will see that by default.
And I'll just jump to his last question here. Who are the actual project owners? Why is the lack of transparency, and why are they operating behind cloud and anonymity? Zoom calls conducted with programmable animated avatars, fixed photographs are not appearing in person with camera on. Who are hiding their true identity. This is permeating a point to address trust, transparency, and respect, accountability.
Yes, very, very important. The Zoom call we have, and I think probably a couple of times, me personally, I IP on camera with no problem. I don't have no problem on doing that. And second, I have people, most of my users, the locally, they came to my office in Florida, and I'm looking at the TBA users, 90% here, that's people that purchase a lot of TBA from right in Florida with me, and people that purchase most of the node they from right in Florida, they've been to my office, so they know we're not hiding nowhere. And most of people that we interact here, they know us for years. So pretty much we don't have no team, especially on me on the level. When it comes to development team, on the blockchain space is always like that. And if somebody say that, I will ask him, do you know Binance Office? One of the #1 exchanger out there. The reason is simple, and my attorney explained that to me. Most of the time, when they try to destroy your company or your team or any blockchain organization, they go after your developer to scare them out. If they scare your developer out, what's happening is the blockchain will stop development will stop completely. That's what's happening right now with consensus out there. But you will never see any big company, which is the way they operate in the space, where you'll know exactly their full operation based things in that nature. But we do have a team right now with about 22 people from 4 different places, which is the US, which is India, and as well as Ukraine combined with Poland together. And we just have another team we're adding from New York, extremely powerful company that's gonna take care of the entire PR and marketing and community management for us. So we're very strong. Somebody feel like that, tell them no problem. But all the time we're always telling them, show me any project you interact with where you can having the person that's really put the project together come in here on the Zoom and talk to you.
All right, I think that is all the questions here from the ones that were submitted to us. I know we have Roten Bright that would like to answer a question. Guys, I'm going to tell you this: when we unmute you, if it goes anywhere but where it should go, you're going to be muted and kicked out, because we have 3 imposters already we found here. So again, we want to keep this so that we can
we have to keep it. We have to keep it closed, my dear. We have to keep it closed because we don't want disturbance. We have these enemies who keep coming here and they just talk bullshit. So let's be careful there, please.
All right, Roten Bright, go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Roten Bright. How are you?
I'm fine. Long time, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to remind you about my the EU I explained to you that I sent $170 to the SBR contract address. Right, I possess my node. I possess my node about a week ago now.
Okay. Can you send the wallet to whoever help you with the node purchase, and then that person can forward that to us?
He sent it to me, bro.
You said?
Yeah.
Understand, a lot of people, their purpose is to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt to the community. Once they create that, and they can have second or their agenda. So I want that to be clear, especially for the community, and make sure tell the community, everybody that I deal with, which is Brenda, everybody that we're dealing here times, they locally, they know us, and we deal with them on a daily basis. And I know for almost day and night. So there's people, and we see that happen. One of them came to me and tell me that when we have their name on our first website, because we have a first website before this website, some people call them to asking them, can we, how much you want for us to create something like XBR? And they was laughing. The reason they was laughing at the person that was asking them that, they were saying, I don't know what you're talking about. So they say, no, because we see this name, this, that. They say, yes, we know the project, but we cannot disclose on the personal level. That's every company we work with, we sign what we call the NDA. So the reason that I say that, a lot of people, they have all the agenda. It's something very important. And I want people that's really embrace the project, love the project, like the project, to understand. Don't let people do that to you to create fear and with different agenda, which is very important. Something, if Munir know it from the beginning, Munir will go crazy with people. And I don't tell him that. That's the first time we share here. Now, the second part that we want to touch here, and that's what Munir say there, if we want to share some light with the team that we have that's came in here. So those are the team, whenever a serious project comes to the plate, they're looking at, from technology standpoint, they don't choose any project to work with any project. They're looking at your technology, what problem are you solving, if there is really a user base for that product. And as people looking at the XBR ecosystem, they say, as long as XBR can deliver, can do what he said it's gonna be doing, we believe XBR is gonna be a great ecosystem, because there is no ecosystem that solved that problem before XBR in the entire blockchain industry, which is building an ETF and a smart contract. And then when these guys that you see this morning that was on the call with me, which is Job Soto, I've been working with them for the last 3 years on different things, different type of platform, helping people set up different things. So he told me, I will do everything in our power. We can get the best marketing team on board. These people take 2 months to come back with an answer, actually 3 months to come back with an answer to say, yes, we accepting to move forward with XPR, because it's not the money that they charge that's scarce for them. They want a project to add to their portfolio that become extremely successful. And if you go to their website, you can see the promote Gala and so many other big projects too as well. So that's something I want to share some light, because Munir asking me to do that. The reason that we share that with the people that's here, they need to understand clearly. We are here as an ecosystem to provide a solution to a problem that existing for everybody that's want to build their portfolio in a smart way, but they have a lack to know which coin to choose and when to sell them. But if they can copy and paste somebody that's know a little bit better, they will be behave better and they will know which coin to buy. Because we have people that's 60 years old, they cannot be degen, because you know the degen meaning people that's in the space that's trading meme coin every day. 60, 50 years old, you cannot be degen. You can find 16 years old is a degen, 20 years old, even 30 is a degen. But you pass 40, you cannot be degen because you start thinking about retirement. So if you want to do a little bit diversification from your real estate, from stock, from crypto, you need a place where you can do it safely. And you need a place people can guide you to do it properly. And that's the purpose here with XBR protocol. Is for the non-degen to come in here to build a long-term portfolio. If the degen want to use it, of course, they're welcome, because XBR, you can build whatever pool that you want. But the non-degen can come here. They can build their portfolio from now and beyond and long-term by doing this here. And that's the reason why the marketing company you see right now, this morning, that was on the call with us, they choose to work with us, and so we can build that. So just to add another pretty announcement that's extremely important. The reason why we delay on the MVP, because the development team saying clearly, Gene, we should get the audit done. And that's the reason we go into number one reputable company, Cesaire, to conduct a proper audit. And we still have another third-party company do it on the side, as well as TechRate. We have 2 audits on the way to coming back, so we can make sure when we release the MVP. So everybody that's going to purchase their coin and a smart contract in your wallet, it's safe and it's secure for long-term, short-term, mid-term investing, whatever time you want to keep it. I don't know if I have somebody has somebody has a question here. Origin.
Awesome. So we're going to start seeing what time
I think
span?
Origin has a question. You got an Origin there.
Yes, I've seen Origin. Please ask your question.
So,
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
now,
I can.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Everything was. It is always very interesting. I think, and I agree. This is a unique project, And certainly there is a demand and there is a niche for what you will be offering, or are you offering almost already? Jean, thank you very much. Simple question. What happens with the notes after 5 years? As I understood, if I buy a note, I can buy it for 5 years. Can I buy it for a longer period of time? Or what is happening after that?
Very good question, Asen. I love that question, by the way. The purpose after 5 years, after we sell the entire inventory, which is the 5,000 node, we're gonna vote together on the next stage of the node. But the node will not be only for 5 years. It's impossible because we have different approach with it, but we haven't disclosed that because we're still on an early stage for that. So we have to do everything by stages. But I can guarantee you 100% you're not having your node for only 5 years because you will be forever with XBR protocol.
Okay, so it's not that, otherwise I was understanding it's like a lease for 5 years. And if it is forever, this is a different thing. And then I have another, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is great. And then another question. Well, I asked once that if we sell the notes, can we get a commission? You told me that there is, I have to be whitelisted from the person who invited me. And I heard that there are no whitelisting anymore. So just
very question. Let me update that on your Asen. After we launch the MVP, anybody that's existing on a node, they can request for another person to be whitelisting. The team decided that last week. So what does that mean? It's gonna change that narrative, which is anybody that's purchased a node, you can request yourself to be whitelisted or asking a new person to be whitelisted. So basically, if you have node right now, just wait to launch the MVP, and you just have to go to the channel XBR Lab under the node section subcategory. You request for your wallet to be whitelisted, and one our person that's managed that part will interact with you and get your node whitelisted. Why they're doing it that way? They want to make sure nobody going out there to sell the node as an investment scheme. That's the reason why the attorneys say they really make sure on that doesn't happen. And then they make sure if somebody do that, they do it on their own liability. And then once they do that, we will not take accountable for that. So that's the reason why it's extremely important the way they do the whitelisting, because when they start back in February, there's an incident and they stop back right away. So after the launch, the MVP, so anybody will be able to be whitelisted. All you have to do, just go to the Telegram group on the XBR Lab, under the note section, you request for that to be happen. It should take less than 48 hours.
Okay, so this means that we can be whitelisted now only from a person who have bought a node. Is that so?
Yes. If you own a node, you will be able to request yourself to be whitelisted.
You can request to be whitelisted. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and once you're whitelisted, you now in this moment, you can whitelist somebody or not yet?
No, I cannot. They have to launch the MVP. The legal team.
What is MVP? What is MVP?
People got to be able to create pool. Thank you for the question. Some people probably don't understand as well. People got to be able to create pool, participate in pool. When that service is out there, they will open that access.
Okay, thank you very much, Jean.
My pleasure.
Means minimum viable product. See, when our product comes to the market, it's not going to start immediately perfect. It takes time to be polished, to be better, to be tested. So MVP means the product is coming to the world first in its minimum version. The version keeps getting better and better later on.
Oh yes. The purpose is to launching on Polygon, then after that go multi-chain, where people will be able to build their portfolio from different blockchain, combine Ethereum, Arbitrum, Solana, Optimus, all of them together. You'll be able. That's what after the team finish with the MVP, the next stage is to focus on that, and they already know that's gonna take some time. And that's what they want to do, the first one properly done, then they can focus on the second version, which is that's going to take a little bit time and they can deliver a good product. Once you have a multi-chain wallet, there's millions of coins out there. Think about what's going to happen. It's going to be pretty fun to see what's going to happen in here. Good. I think any other question, Marshonda?
Francisca had her hand up, but I think maybe you answered it. Oh, we have Crypto James.
Great. Thank you very much, Jean and Jannedy and the team. Two issues. One of them is about the audit. You said there was an audit ongoing or coming. Where are we on that? Number two.
Very good question. The initiator stage for the audit is gonna happen with multiple stage. Now I think they already burned the first stage, and then I believe right now they go into the second stage with the audit, both of them. So on a time frame, you're looking at next Thursday to really finalize the entire process of the audit. Because how audit is done is they're gonna do the first stage where they're looking at mistake, potential security, vulnerability in the contract and everything, then send back to the team to fix it, and the team send it back to them. They're looking at it again and they send it back again, and everything is clear and they're posting everything. So I think right now they're at 15% completion, which is starting last week to today, and they keep moving forward pretty fast on that.
Right. Thank you very much. Number two. Yes. We were to test the pool, I think with 21 USDTs. Where are we on that?
We have to finish with, very good question again. We have to finish with the audit and then put that out. Because what we were thinking before is to release that test first, then do the audit. The audit company say, nope, because people are going to put money in a smart contract that need to be audited first. Then people will be able, because if you do it that way, you have to relaunch a new contract if there's a mistake. So once they finish with the audit, this is when you're going to start with that.
Awesome. I think in the nutshell, everything is going well. We've got a lot of scarecrows trying to come in, but we are all reminded that even today, nobody knows who created the Bitcoin, and it is here with us, and it's a reality. So don't lose heart. Keep at it. Thank you.
My pleasure, James. Thank you so much.
Let's go to Elizabeth. Elizabeth Howard, and then we will go to Francisca.
Good
Hi, Elizabeth.
evening, everyone. I want to thank you, Jean, and everyone for this opportunity. My question is the MICA, the market in crypto assets in Europe. They were pretty much putting their law into fruition over there in Europe. And one of the things that they've been talking about is the USDT token not being valuable. Are we going to use a different token to purchase our nodes and our TBA and our XBR?
It's a very good question. USDT is one of the most usage stable coin out there if you go to CoinMarketCap, which is right now we don't have no bad sign about it. But however, if there's any change that happen, yes, that can impact what we're doing here. But to switch over to another stable coin, I don't think that will be that hard. Because as a matter of fact, the development team, they recommended us in the beginning to implement it both there. When people participate on created a pool, you can either create it with USDC or USDT. If the pool create with USDT, people will be able to deposit USDC. And then I think those are the most used stable coin out there, T and C, and we're using them. Now, as a DeFi protocol, we just have to follow the footstep of any DeFi platform that's out there legally around Europe, Uniswap, OneEdge, one of the big one. We follow their footstep, which is not something that's going to be that hard because those guys already paved the road for us to do our stuff properly. We just have to follow their proper guideline.
Okay, that's great. I have another question. The price of XBR What is it now, and what do you, I know it's hard to project, but what do you think it will be going to soon with all the marketing plans?
My projection, I don't know. I don't know on that because it's a tough call to say. But if you want to see the price right now, you just have to go to the X screener. You type in XBR, you will be able to see it.
Okay, thank you.
My
Have a
pleasure.
good
You just
day.
have to- that's the
And
next
happy
year.
4th of July, everyone.
Same to
Actually,
you.
actually, you know it, but you're not allowed to say it because nobody's allowed, because you know it's illegal to say that. But otherwise, a little bit of common sense we need. 1 + 1 is always 2, right?
Got you, Munir. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, Francisca, I would like to congratulate this young lady. She purchased a node and she was very happy from Kenya. Francisca, what would you like to say? Francisca, you can open up your mic.
Okay, thank you very much for the chance also. I would like to know much, or rather have notes or information to read much more about the XBR ecosystem and TBAs.
Oh,
We
yes.
have something like a back office where you can
Yes.
always go and open the
Yes, you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Francisca. Just go to xbull1.org, click on DAX. And then when you click on DAX, it will take you exactly to the page where you can read everything. The DeFi market, XBR protocol, nodes, founder, holder, founder node, holder, farmers. You can see everything on that link. You just have to go to xbull1.org, click on DAX, and it will take you to the learn more page where you see all the writing explanation about the protocol.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Yes, because Jean, people are used to going to this crypto websites and they look at what they call roadmap. Do we have something like a roadmap here?
Yes, so we have a project roadmap here. You can look at that under
project roadmap. It's there. You see that, people? It's there.
Yes, even the team has to update that. There's a couple of changes that are happening in there. They have to update it, but you can go ahead and you have an idea what's happening there.
Jean, so after the auditing, that's where we're going to present the new website. Is that so?
Yes, yes. When the audit is done, the new website will go live, which is what you see right now on my screen.
Oh, let's take a look at it slowly. Everybody, follow me on this. Look, tell me, is it beautiful, guys? Well, this website, does it look nice? Give me your opinion, guys. I like it. I personally like it. Very serious. It looks very, very serious. Okay, nice.
Yes, this one we're gonna launch that. So because we have to finish with the audit. When the audit is finished, is extremely important because the audit is one of the very important factor that we put in consideration, but we're thinking about to do it afterwards when we have users, so we can have more interaction with the smart contract to see how it's behave. But which is the team saying that it's better to do it from the beginning. So before we launch it, that's what we choose a different route. So, and then we get that done. Let me see any other question, Munir.
Can I add something here just
Yes.
for
Yes,
new
sure.
people who are here? I know that you're hearing a lot about waiting for the audit to do certain things, but I just want to make sure that people who are here for the very first time understand that if you have you are participating, you bought one of the founding nodes, like right now, it's going to start, you're going to start earning XBR every day. You don't have to wait for anything. So I know some of you are here. I know my guest, I invited him here today so he can understand about getting a node, and I don't want him to be confused that he has to wait for the MVP or the audit to get his node. No, you can get your node now and start gaining this asset right now and just hold it, because over time, as you can see, as this protocol rolls out, your asset can be very, very valuable. So I just want to make sure that people who are here for the first time know you don't have to wait until everything is, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. You can absolutely enjoy it right now. And so I just invite anybody that's here for the first time to, if you can, get you a node and let your node start working for you. If you're not able to do that, then, you know, get some of the token, because it is at a really great value price right now. So just, you do not have to wait. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. This is an excellent project. As you know, most people don't know how to go out and get this coin and that coin and this coin. They're going to be coming here because it's just like a mutual fund in a sense, right? Where it has a diversification of assets in one basket, and you just put it into a pool and that's it. You're done. And that's what most people want. They want convenience, and this provides convenience. So I just want to make sure our new people understand you do not have to wait.
Marshonda, I like the way you explained that. I love the way you put that all in one point. Very nice.
Thank you.
It'd be nice to
Well,
hear
I don't
you,
like it.
if I go through here, I don't know if we still have enemies, people who, you know, disturbers.
Enemies.
We'll open the chat. How about we open the chat and see, and then if that continues, we're going to be ending the call here shortly anyway, but open up the chat and see.
Maybe unlock the
come on, guys,
Zoom meeting. We
engage
can put more
with
enemies
us
in
in the chat for now. Just write. You satisfied? You happy? Jean, was there anything else you wanted to add? Was there how much does a node cost? Well, Margaret, a node costs at the moment $1,200 in USDT. So we've been yeah. Go ahead, Jean.
And I'm just checking right now. It's about 808 that's been sold. That means it's about the 192 left over for the 1200. After that, the price will increase by 1400. And then so every time they sell 500 from their stock, the price increased by $200 more. So people that's purchased the first time, they purchase at 1,000. People that get the second batch, they get for 1,200. Third batch will be 1,400, and it can go so on until the entire 5,000 sold. So pretty much there's 192 left over at $1,200, which is the best time to grab one. So when you grab one, that's 1 or 10 you can get. You cannot get no more than that. And then they do that for a purpose to keep the whole thing pretty much spread around, not one person control the ecosystem. So people can get 1 or 10 per wallet, which is very, very, very important for people to understand. And all you have to do, just grab your node. And Marshonda said clearly, the audit we're doing is not for the mining. The audit is for the pool creation and pool participant contract. It has nothing to do with the mining. So wherever you get a node, your node is working right now. The minute you purchase it, take about 5 seconds, the whole setup has been happening. And I remember when the team working on that back in March, we were saying like, I want it to be in a way where even my mom can purchase it, it can start working. Because I've been with different node projects where you have to stake. Some of them you even have to run a server or a computer that's to run the entire software. But here it's a little bit different. Everything fully automated on a smart contract. That's the reason it's very interesting. So anybody that's not a Web3 user, that's not too comfortable with blockchain yet, you can still get your node. You don't have to do nothing. You just purchase it once. The only time you go back to your node is when you're claiming your reward, your XBR reward. That's the only thing. That's the only time you go to your node. And I always telling people that is extremely important. You can claim your XBR at any time. And that's the reason we love Polygon. You just pay not even not even 10 cents. I think you pay 2 or 3 pennies. You can claim whatever you need to claim from your nodes. So you can put it back to your wallet. Whenever you want to do whatever you want to do with your coin, you can do it, which is pretty interesting mechanism. That's the reason why it's very interesting for people to understand your node. It's your asset. You own it in your wallet, in your smart contract. Nobody can take it away from you. Everything we do is 100% decentralized, and you control everything in your wallet.
Absolutely, guys. I just want to say, from a perspective of somebody who has a node, every 2.8 seconds, when you refresh your wallet, you will see you have new digital asset XBRs. Can you believe that, guys? This is the most mind-boggling thing that I've ever seen. There has been certain things like this in the past, like, for instance, Gala people could buy the Gala node in the beginning for around $3,600. Today, I hear that the Gala nodes, if you want to purchase one, it will cost you much above $100,000. So these nodes that you can now possess, guys, don't underestimate it. It's only limited to 5,000 pieces. The token itself is only limited to 9,999. So just use a little bit of your common sense, guys. So that's all because we're trying to be careful not to hype anything, but it's really tough. It's really tough sometimes to hold the truth back. The truth about how wonderful this thing is. It gives you peace of mind, especially if you have family, especially if you're looking to come to a point in life where you're going to be retiring.
Flood the chat room.
This is your retirement.
This is your retirement. Oh my God.
Imagine we're going to get old one day. What are we going to live on?
Listen to the propaganda. Wait until this guy
What
starts
about our
getting
kids? What are we
charismatic.
going
He's
to
a
live
scream.
with? What?
I'm ringing him as we speak.
That's something I need to make this really clear to everybody. I compare these nodes like a real estate. Actually, there's no comparison. A real estate will cost me to maintain it. The node does not cost me anything to maintain it. I have it in my wallet and bingo, that's it. So I truly wish you the very best. I've been struggling in this industry of network marketing, jumping to this project, recruiting like crazy. I'm asking you people, once you have a node or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, do you have to do anything else other than just relax? Is that not what you deserve, my friends? Is that not what you deserve? Is that not why you came here today? Is that not a privilege to be here today?
Munir, I want to add something extremely important on that note, by the way.
Yes.
It's really important for the founder node to understand, guys. If you're missing Bitcoin, Ethereum, a lot of coins that are happening before, the reason why it's extremely important for you to understand the advantage of you as a founder node. Think about it. Let's say you're mining one XBR. Let's say one XBR worth, I just put it right now, 1,500. You can take that 1,500 and then worth of XBR, you get BTC for it, you get Ethereum for it. And at that time, not only you just make your node money back, but you now diversify in the space. And I was trying to coaching my little brother the other day on the node. I say, bro, if you're understanding the powerful of the node infrastructure for XBR founder node, it's not about the 10%, 20%, because he was discussing that with me because he has a little bit financial background. So the discussion with him, he said, whoa, now I understand it now. What he didn't understand is, let's say my node's mining 5,000. I can take that $5,000 I'm mining on my node worth of XBR and I exchange for USDT and I participate on that a pool that has Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now, I never have those coins before. Now the node gives me access to those coins. I can diversify now. So it's like a baby that's giving you access to so many things as a founder. That's the purpose. That's the reason it's a valuable things people need to consider, not just to looking at the 1%, the 10%. The reason I want to add to looking something long-term for your family about it. Now, whatever you're mining from the node, you can take it and diversify with it in the space. And the question Hassan asked earlier make a lot of sense. The node is not only going to work for 5 years. And as you keep taking whatever you mine from that node, you diversify it to other
doing this shit.
Now, you're not only having XBR coin, but you have BTC, you have Ethereum, you have Uniswap, you never have before. You have all those best coin on a different pool that you never have before. Now you have them because of your node. But if you're just looking at node giving you $100, this is very small picture to looking at it. And that's why most of my people here in Florida, they're understanding that. They say this is a backdoor to the entire blockchain space XBR giving us early as an inner circle to take advantage. And they tell me, don't tell other people about it.
No. It's actually important to tell people about it. Hey, everybody, one more time. Did you know you are mining XBR? You can take the XBR, you swap it to Bitcoin. So tell me, are you mining Bitcoin? Yes. You don't need the expensive mining machine of Bitcoin because you are taking your XBR, you're swapping it into Bitcoin. Same like Ethereum, same like these other cryptocurrencies. So you have one mining machine, the so-called XBR node. It's mining for you XBR, but nothing is stopping you from taking your XBR
To diversify.
Yeah. So thank you, bro. Thank you for that.
It's just a bigger picture. That's the reason I see some people taking their little XBR, they're selling, and they don't know. I feel sorry for them, because once the ecosystem start having adoption in the next 6 months, they start saying, they're gonna say, oh my God, I make a stupid mistake. I tell people, if you plant a seed, give it time for it to grow, nurture it. Don't go crazy. And I understand some people might have, I don't know, it could be another crazy project, a whirlpool of but please, guys, that's the reason why I want to explain to the people, pay attention, stay focused here, give it some time, don't wash yourself, and you're going to see what's happening. It's extremely important for everybody to know that.
Jean, that call that you invited me on today, I thank you so much. I was totally excited to meet.
I was trying to bring Marshonda, but she was not available on the call. I was trying
they were so professional, man. They were super professional. Now tell me, what are they going to do? Explain that.
We're going to do 3 things, Munir, 3 things. It's a very simple strategy for marketing, PR, and community management. So pretty much it's a reputable company that does that for big company before that's already in the space, such as Gemini, Coinbase. They work for Gala and so many other platforms. So what they do best, and they have data in their hand. They take 2 months to onboarding your project. Your project has to be a serious project. It has to show the value of it. And we go to several calls until they accept to be on board our project to work with us. So instead of for us to have an in-house marketing team, we don't have to do that, but they come on board to do 3 things: marketing, PR, which is public relation, and as well, they're gonna do a community management. They will manage whatever it happens. Those are those people that go to the group and they see some message, they say, no, we don't need this thing, we don't need this thing. Because if we're attracting high caliber people to come here, participate on the protocol, certain message not supposed to be part of the group. And that's what they are doing, community management. They can see that information. And that's what they say that pretty much XBR is a very high caliber project that needs to be present with a high profile standard, so we can go very long with it, because our goal is to go to entire tokenization from stack to ETF to the blockchain industry. So it's just the beginning right now.
Guys, are you excited that this is the right move? This is a very major move. It's a major step to bring this XBR into, into the sunlight. I'm so excited. Jean, they are already in our Telegram rooms right now. Have they already started? They said they were going to start today.
Yes, they already started. They're doing analytics, analyze the data, what we have there, looking at what we're saying, what we're not supposed to say. They already start their work from today alone.
Okay. So that's very interesting. Now let's move on and see. I think we can open the mics. Let's open the mic, guys, because we're almost.
I just gotta go. We've been here for a little an hour and a half.
Okay. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just gotta go. Thank you, guys. Just gotta go get dinner with the family now, and after that, I gotta go to an event all the way to Miami. I gotta leave.
Thank you.
Happy Independence Day, bro. Happy Independence Day to everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Munir, as well.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you,
Hassan. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Jannedy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
The recording has stopped.
Oh, bugger. Just getting started. Well, no one's in the shop at the moment. I work in a fitness shop a couple of times a week. They were going to open the mics, and then all of a sudden they just stopped the meeting. And I did have a message already prepared to send, but obviously it doesn't work. So if you were listening to that heap of shit, there's a lot of red flags in there. And honestly, I think I can speak for a lot of people that are Avengers at the moment. We're getting a bit tired of you guys not trusting us. So I know that community because I've been watching that community for the last few months. Most of the people in the room, if not everybody, is all part of other scams like Smart Steps. And I don't know, I'm just going to say Get Fit, but they're all the same sort of shit, but just different days. But it's mob mentality. They go in there with people and they're hoping that the new victims are going to be in the group, and everyone's chanting on everybody. A lot of the questions that you got listened to were rehearsed, and it's for the people that don't really know too much about crypto, and they just fool them into doing stuff like that. So it's absolutely disgusting. I will put a thumbnail on it. I'm actually working on a thumbnail as we speak. I'm just going to see if I can flip that up. So that was the screen that was on. I'm actually going to make a nice thumbnail like this. I thought I'd put the avatar stick scammer. I mean, what type of person has an avatar who's trying to sell you what they call not a financial opportunity, a reward system, because they don't want to get themselves in trouble and they think they can hide behind having a reward system. And ironically, they can actually hide behind selling a reward rather than a financial product. It is literally a difficult thing. I know it is in Australia. I was talking to a reporter about it. Also, the other thing I did is I grabbed everyone's name that was in that meeting, and I literally have a list of people. So these were the people. No, they weren't. These, if you watch this long enough, these were the people in the meeting today. And this was my existing list of people. And then I tell ChatGPT to remove all the duplicates, which you can see here, and continue generating. I don't even know if I'm sharing the screen. Maybe I wasn't. No, I was. Oh, that was good to know. And you can see ChatGPT remembering the list. And then what I literally do is I put that list into, which I might be able to show you as long as no customer comes in a hurry. So this is my blog, and I'll put this in the list. And literally, if you search for your name and you've been in these meetings, you'll find actually my blog, my name and shame blog will actually come up in the list. So don't be in these meetings because you're helping the herd mentality. So stay out of them if you can. It's just a waste of time for everybody. So I'm going to show you if this finishes in a hurry. But yeah, all these usernames, even though some of them aren't proper names, if you're using your real name in a Zoom meeting, when you really have to question your mentality, to be honest. But I'll show you what we do with these in a second, if it hurries up and finishes. This is why I call my name and shame list. So anyone that's been in a Zoom meeting who's educating themselves, even a few of my Avengers names may be popping up in here. It doesn't really matter. I can see one there, so I'll leave that one out. So I come down to here. I copy the list. I copy that. I go off to my blog. I hit delete. Whoops. So now I come here and I come to the top of my list. Hopefully I won't have a customer come in a second. Here's my list. Press paste. I make sure that looks all good. And yep, and then I save that. And then what I do to make it even more exciting is I add them into the tags and I press add. So any new names that will be in there, and then I update. Now you might not think that's too effective, but I'll show you what I'm doing with that information once that comes back as posted. Let's see what happens. Posting. And with a bit of luck, I might be able to jump the gun a wee bit on that one. So now what I do is I go share the screen. Whoops. Right, so that's my Shareable name and shame list. Where was I? There I am. Here I am here. So if I go down here, and let's say I pick out a name out of my name and shame list. Let's just go Legacy Group International. I don't know who they are. Chuck them into a Google, and somewhere along here you'll find, well, Alie actually. You're not going to find, but maybe if I put scam at the end of it, just to see if it's in there. No, I proved myself a liar. Let's go back a couple. Let's see if I can bring that up some other way. Let's find a name. Michael, let's find a name that's a wee bit unusual. That one there. And go to Google and search for that person's name, and you'll see right there that my name and shame list comes up in the search results. So that should be a deterrent for people who think hanging out in these Zoom meetings is a good idea. I don't know, that's my wee thing. But you know, why would you risk it? Why would you be in these Zoom meetings? And why, more importantly, you know, why would you bother risking, you know, even being associated with this sort of stuff? It's time to sort of wake up and stop thinking that there's these get rich quick opportunities sitting on the table somewhere that no one's heard about. I mean, they're obviously busy in Zoom meetings trying to promote these things. If it really was as good as it sounds, then everybody would be signing up and everyone would be talking about it, and the whole world economy would change, wouldn't it? Now, a lot of these platforms are telling you that you're going to get 3 times your return in investment. And why is it always 3 times? Because it's just rinse and repeat, same shit, different day, isn't it? All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. I didn't think I'd get a stream out today or this week. I'm sort of getting my life back a little bit, but I just saw that one there, and Bob posted it in our Avenger chat. But by all means, we might be changing flair. I don't know what's been happening with Boomerang. It doesn't matter. I think we're done and dusted on Boomerang, aren't we, guys? I think we've busted that one enough. I mean, if you're silly enough to think you can pay $500 for a Boomerang license and get $1,500 back in a day, and then be satisfied that you're currently being told that you're only going to get 50 cents a day until they work out the bugs, then you really need to question your mentality if you're going to believe what these people say. All right, be good. I'm the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I'm tuning out from work. See you in the next live. Look, I'll have the thumbnail online in a few seconds and a description. If you can provide a comment after the live is finished, it will help get that video out. See you guys. And if you can support the channel in any which way or form, it would be much appreciated. Just there's a thanks button under the video. You can donate a couple of dollars if you like to help the channel, or you can go to coffee. Go to dehek.com, and you can actually support me by buying a cup of coffee. It'll keep me in the lifestyle I've become accustomed. I'll use the money wisely to make the channel a better place for warning people about scams. All right, guys. Love you all, and we'll see you in the next live. Thanks, guys. Bye. As Rob would say, meow.